Hey guys, welcome to another beta video. So today I got the tabloid demo for Spyro. Now if you don't know what a tabloid beta is, it's basically a beta that's put into, or a demo disc that's put into a magazine or something. That's what it's called anyway. That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. But anyway, so I have quite a few versions of Spyro and the demo and pretty much the retail version as well, and what I'm going to be comparing is this tabloid version to the actual retail game. Now let me just pause it here for a second. I don't want it to fucking like repeat itself and whatnot. But anyway, so I'm now going to be doing it, so I'm now going for the things I've listed down. I think it's a lot more easier for me instead of just going off my own head. I've now have like a little script here with like bullet points of like what's different to the retail version and whatnot. So a little bit of story about the beta of Spyro the Dragon. There is a earlier beta than the earliest one I have here, and that is owned by only a couple of people from what I've researched on. One guy has uploaded quite a few videos. He's done like a whole entire playthrough of it on YouTube. I'll probably link that in the description down below. It's great. Literally, like he's he's done a whole time playthrough of it, but he can't give it away because of reasons like nobody knows why. He won't even say. But he's even doing it off his own back. He's even risking it by like recording it. He recorded it quite a few years ago, I think, from what I can tell. But anyway, so there are a lot of differences from this tabloid version. So I would say this is the mid to maybe early beta, maybe. Of Spyro, I would kind of guess. It's not an alpha, definitely. It's not a prototype, but it's definitely a beta. So I have quite a few differences here that I'm just gonna, say quickly before we actually get into it. There's no intro cutscene, so in the retail version you get the cutscene of the dragon talking into the camera and whatnot, and saying, "Oh yeah, we've got this treasure" and whatnot. I will be putting footage and obviously splash screens like I always do with these videos. You're gonna see things like dialogue with dragons are gonna be different. There's no ferry to save in the game and all that, but we'll get to that in the gameplay. So let's get into it and let's see how it goes. So you'll see that there won't be any like intro like there is in the retail version. It's just straight into the game, and that's it really. Okay, so here we go. We have Spyro here. Okay, so dialogue with dragons are different. The voice actors are a little bit different as well. So we've got Nestor here.
Thank you for releasing me. Free the dragons in the artisan world, then seek out the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Norg?
That's all I can tell you.
Basically, Nestor would say like dragons first, Nestor later, and Spyro say, "What about Nasty Norg? I want to go after him," and all that good stuff. I'll show footage of that now.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Norg? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
But anyway, so one thing you will notice from the retail version to this version is that there is no ferry after you save a dragon. Now, it's said that after every dragon you save, the game will save itself. Apparently that was supposed to be automatic back, I believe, in the beta, I believe. But in the retail version you actually have a fairy, and then the fairy saps you once you saved it. Okay, so let's get down to the music. Yeah, the music is different in the Astrian. I think it's called the Astrian. Hang on a second. The Artisan, that's it, the Artisan world. The music is different. I'll show footage of that now. The music is a hell of a lot more different. It's different in Stonehill as well, in this level here. But in Dark Hollow, which is over here, it's also the same, but we'll get to differences in Dark Hollow in a bit. Another difference is that when you pick up the gems in this version here, Sparks would make a noise, like going to the gems and whatnot. He doesn't do that in the beta. He'll make a noise, like a noise that he'd do after like eating like a butterfly, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, we'll go to Dalbin here.
Where's Nasty? I'll torch him.
Go after some sheep first. Those little creatures release butterflies, which Sparks the dragonfly eats. Sparks protects
Yeah.
you.
Dialogue for Dalbin is different as well.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
You also got the flying minigame here. Whoops. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go ahead and just go to Stonehill and then a Dark Hollow. I will post a link in the description of a person going through the flying level there. Yeah, see, Spark is supposed to make that sound after you've picked up gems, but he doesn't in this beta version, which is kind of interesting. One thing is about the enemies, funny enough, is these frog enemies here, once you killed them, they would make a croaking sound in the retail version, but in the beta version here, they make a weird like grunting sound, like you just heard there. I'll do it again. Yeah, so they make that kind of sound. And he doesn't even make a sound. I didn't know that. He doesn't even make a sound after the smugglers died. Okay, so one thing I will point out, actually, if we go back over here, sorry about this. There is a locked chest here in the beta version here. In the retail version, there's supposed to be just a normal chest or just a normal box with gems around it. Instead, here you've got an actual locked chest, and I'll show you where the key for that is actually. So let's go there very quickly. Just get this dragon quickly.
Press the jump button twice to glide, and don't be afraid.
You can also tell that the
Falling
polygons
from
are a little
high
bit
mountain
fucked as
peaks,
well.
Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers, crashing through.
Oh, that.
Yeah, so dialogue is very, very different with the dragons that you save.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide, and don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers.
Oh, that.
So anyway, let's go get the key here. So the key is here. There is no key here in the retail version. I'll probably post a screenshot of that it's very, very bizarre. I don't know why they got rid of the key. It's very bizarre when like companies do this. You know, they get rid of keys and it's just all these get rid of items that are supposed to be in places. You know, it's very, very strange. Nothing is different up here. In the retail version, it's the same. There is no entrance through here. I think that's later on in the game, though. Let's actually get into where the Balloonist is. There's a few differences about the Balloonist over here. Let me just go here very quickly. So, as you can see, here's the Balloonist. Now, in the retail version, the balloon is actually up a little bit more, and as you can see, the Balloonist is actually wearing some white clothing, whereas in the retail version, he's actually wearing brown from the looks of it. Okay, what have I got left? Let's see what's on the next page. Oh yeah, okay, so one of the main things that is different about the main menu, a couple of things actually, is that there is no quick game option. There's also a green background, which is very strange. I think that's just the placement texture maybe. And also the icons in the menu are placed differently. I think the dragons on the top right hand corner are supposed to be in the middle. I'll show a splash screen of that anyway. But yeah, that's the difference between the menu icons, which is very interesting. Just pick up these gems, smash into that. Right, okay. Let's go unlock this chest. I'll show you what's different about this chest if I can actually get up there, because I'm a fucking moron. Love burning flowers. Right, okay. So as we unlock the chest. Okay, so one of the main things about the chest, which is different, and it's only a very small thing, but it's kind of cool to figure. It's kind of cool anyway. Sorry. Is that when the gems pop out of the locked chest, they're lower pitched in this version than they are in the retail version, which is quite interesting actually. Fuck off. Okay, so one of the main things that I kind of find which is better in the beta version is that when you get these one-ups from these chests here, or these kind of like clam-like chests, they're actually gold, which is quite interesting actually. They're silver for some reason in the retail version. I don't know who made the decision of turning them into silver. They look a hell of a lot more better gold, but for some reason they're silver, which is honestly very odd. Now, one place I actually didn't go to in the retail version for my comparisons actually, and I'm doing this off my own chest here, off the script kind of, is that I never actually went into here, so I will probably post a splash screen if that's actually different. I will need to do that. But yeah, I didn't actually go there in the retail version, which was silly of me, because I went as many places as I could you can do in the demo. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and head into Stone Hill. Now, one of the main things you will find out about about Stone Hill, or any of the two worlds that you have in this game, is that the dragons don't actually have dragons. When you release a dragon, a text screen appears and no dragon actually appears. Anyway, so the music is different in Stone Hill, which is very, very bizarre. It's just very, very odd. Anyway, so I'm just trying to look at the script here. Okay, so in the loading screen, I didn't actually mention this whilst it was loading, but when the gems actually pop out of the chest and they go into another chest, they're supposed to make a sound, but they don't do that in the this version. Yeah, which is very strange. Like I said before, like I did with the Monsters Inc. beta, there's a lot of graphic changes, and there's also a lot of sound changes as well. That's two of the main common factors of betas to retails, is that there will most likely will be a lot of sound and graphics changes than there would be gameplay changes, let's say. Anyway, so we have a dragon here. The chest placements are the same, but if we get this dragon here, watch the dragonfly, Spyro. Its colours indicate its powers to protect you. Nothing appears. And also something else as well that happens in the retail version is that the floor lights up slightly in the retail version, so around the pedestal here. It doesn't actually happen in the beta version, as you can see. So
when you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
it's quite interesting that. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next part, which is okay, so go over here very quickly. Yep, telling me about a vortex. Okay, so another thing that is different in this version as well is that the vortexes, or the portals as I call them, are different to the retail version. Now, in the retail version you have an actual pedestal, and then you have the vortex going up. In this version you just have a normal pedestal like you have with the dragon here that you save, but with a gem on top of it, which is kind of cool actually. I wish there was a gem still left there in the retail version. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe like a blue gem for 5, gems or something like that. So what I believe is that at this point in time, a lot of things weren't developed yet, or a lot of things just weren't put into the demo just for the hell of it. There's a dragon down here. Like with the dragons, for instance, I have a feeling like most of the dragons weren't actually implemented yet. It's the same with the dialogue with the actual the text to the retail version. When you save the dragons, dialogue is completely different. So they made a lot of changes with the dialogue, that's for sure. Okay, let's go save the last dragon, which is over here. And also there's another thing I want to point out as well, which will be kind of cool to point out, which is the egg smugglers, as I call them. Pretty much, they're slightly different as well. Go away. From far I can tell though, the enemies graphically aren't different at all. The enemies are completely the same. Okay, so there you go, there's another dragon there. Okay, so another thing actually is that there's supposed to be gems here. So in some places gem placements are different from the retail to beta, or beta to retail, which is quite interesting as well. So here we go. The beach is still here in the beta, or in the beta version, so that's still there. Okay, so here's the egg smuggler. He's supposed to laugh at you when you chase him, but in this version he doesn't. He just runs. Nothing's different about the egg either. The egg is the same as in the retail version, so there's no differences there whatsoever. So I believe that's it for the Stone Hill. I believe it is, yeah. Okay, so let's go back and we'll go into Dark Hollow, where there are a few differences there actually. Let's just kill these sheep because I'm harsh. Okay, it's over here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's go back up. So you'll see that when the gems come out of the chest here, they don't make a sound, whereas in the retail version they actually do, which is, I think it's better in the retail version that they do have sound, because it just makes it feel mute, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's have a look quickly. Okay, yeah, so Sorry, let's just go into Dark Hollow then and just get this sorted out. There you go. Okay, there isn't a lot of differences in Dark Hollow, but I will point it out anyway, just for the hell of it. Music is the same for some reason. It's like, it seems like in Stone Hill and in the Artisan world it's different. So you got gems here still. Okay, so none of these enemies are different in the retail version compared to beta. As far as I can tell, it's the same. Yeah, again, your dragons are not actually here. They haven't been implemented yet, so they're just there as text boxes. This is one of the differences I can tell from this beta version to the retail version. If you light these camp style, these fire stacks here, they're supposed to make a sound in the retail version when you light them. They don't actually do that in the beta version, which is really interesting. Just go save this dragon here. Yeah, again, we got gold 1-ups instead of the usual silver 1-ups in the retail version. I don't know why they changed that. It looks more fancy having, you know, gold 1-ups. Yeah, gold 1-ups, yeah, I was right. Okay, so let's go down here. Last difference I do want to point out is that these big-bellied enemies here, they actually don't make the boing sound where when you go into them, so they don't actually make that sound, which is quite interesting actually. So yeah, it's quite bizarre that. Well, it's not bizarre, but you know what I mean. Like, I think that's one of the main things as well, is that in beta versions or alpha versions or prototypes, I think the last thing that most companies do is that they do end up ended up doing the sound differentiation or you know, graphic differentiation last, pretty much, which is the most common thing, because if you see it in the Half-Life 2 like leaked beta, or you know, in any of the betas that I've covered on this channel, you will see that there's pretty much the same that goes all around. Graphic changes, music changes, sound changes. I mean, I haven't come across a PS1 game yet that is actually very different in gameplay yet, but I'm hoping to come across one. Actually, saying that, I do have the Tony Hawk's beta, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater beta, which is fucking interesting. That's quite funny, that. I will show you that. That'll probably be in the next video, actually. That is quite an interesting beta, because compared to retail, it's so much different. It was so early in development, you can just tell. Anyway, so we are done pretty much with this beta. We've saved all the dragons. I've gone through all of the differences, I think. I don't know if there's any more. If there is any differences that I haven't pointed out and you know that there is, feel free to comment. I'd love you if you did comment in any differences that I missed out on. Now with another beta that I have the foil disc demo as well. There's one thing that is very, very strange. Now, I don't understand it personally, but in the foil disc demo, Stone Hill is actually town square, which is really, really weird. Basically, what's really weird about it though is that the fact is that this is probably the earliest beta that I have of Spyro, and then later on in the demos you have the foil disc demo, which is near enough to the actual retailed version of the game, but it has town square instead of Stone Hill. So it's like they've kind of like, oh yeah, let's put Stone Hill in there, and they kind of, you know, they kind of thought, oh no, actually let's put Town Square in there, but then they redeveloped it to then Stone Hill in the retail version, which is really fucking bizarre, and I do not get it. But anyway, that's really it for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been fun looking around on the beta differences and retail differences and whatnot. I will be doing loads more videos for this channel. As you can see, I'm getting more active for my channels and whatnot, because it is the summer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we come across some more very interesting betas soon. I will see you guys in the future. Check out my main channel. I do gameplays, let's plays. I used to do reviews. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe, have a look, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.